fifth and sixth were completely gone in it. It's a common issue with the 68 RFE trans. So I guess what I've been up to for about the last month is, you know what, I came back, you know, road to Bear Jackson was super busy. And then as soon as I got back, it was like the same thing, super busy. I came back, I was, you know, I had a few jobs to do and a couple big ones. So the first one was a 3-inch suspension lift on a 2013 Tacoma. This wasn't no block lift, this is a complete suspension lift, front and back. So I did heavy duty front coil springs, Bilstein 5100 shocks, differential drop, TRD racing development, Toyota racing development, TRD rear leaf springs, brand new drop in shackles, you name it, all new hardware, Bilstein 5100s in the rears, new U-bolts, new blocks, and what else did we put in there? There was all kinds of wiring gremlins on this Toyota, so you know, I spent quite a bit of time rewiring the ABS, rewiring the rear speed sensor, not just rewiring it, not just like crimping a couple wires together, but repinning the harnesses, repinning the factory harnesses. All the harnesses were ripped out in the rear. The client had hit the ditch, pulled out all the wires, came in to me, no speedometer, no nothing, 10 dash lights on, got it all figured out, you know, 4 to 5 hours later with the repinning and, you know, the rewiring, whatever you want to call it. So I did that, and then he needed a new trailer plug, so I put in a new 7-pin trailer plug. I'll cut to some live action of the Toyota Tacoma. I didn't really take much footage, but I'll show you some of the suspension components and stuff that I put in, and you can check it out. Beautiful build. Along with that, I put in 12.5 wide by 36 tall mud flaps, fender flare, or mud flaps that do, you know, really good coverage, right? Truck has 33-inch tires by 12 wide. So another thing that I went ahead and did is fender trimming. I did about 1 inch and 3/4 to 2 inches of fender trimming in some spots. Re-primed it, resealed it, etching primed it, sealed it up with paint so it doesn't rust behind mud flaps and all that good stuff. So that was a fun project, you know, probably had 40 hours into it, yeah, so that was one of them. And then the other one was the 6.7 Cummins, but I'll go ahead and cut to the live action of the Toyota Tacoma, and we'll get to the Cummins after that. So I guess stay tuned and take a look. Thanks for watching. Cheers, buddy. Well, there you have it. The 2013 Toyota Tacoma with the 3-inch suspension lift. That thing turned out super stout, super awesome. You know, I want to add with the 3 inches or the 2 inches of fender trimming there, you actually don't have to do fender trimming on those, on the 3-inch kits, but realistically, I go out and test things, you know what I mean? Like, that thing with a 3-inch kit, definitely, you know, tires full lock to full lock. If you hit a big dip, you know, in the backcountry, or hit a big bump or something like that, with the steering wheel half lock or full lock, you're gonna contact your mud flaps and you're gonna tear them off, or you're at the very least you're gonna, you know, screw something up if you have steel mud flaps. I only like putting in the plastic, heavy duty plastic mud flaps for that reason, because I've been on the trail before. I'm a realist and I've seen those steel kickbacks cut sidewalls open. I'm not even shitting you. Turning full lock to full lock and hitting a bump and slicing holes in sidewalls at the very least. Another thing that I do with my mud flaps is I don't put fender washers on them. I don't put any type of washers on my mud flaps for that reason, right? So, because I mean, when I used to use fender washers, those fender flares, when a mud flap catches in a tire, say when you're backing up, that's honestly, it's gonna rip off your whole fender and your whole mud flap. So your mud flap's gonna come off, then your fender flare is gonna come off. The reason why I don't use fender washers, no washers, is for if you grab that mud flap and for some reason something happens, it's gonna rip off, you're just gonna rip your mud flap off, you're not gonna rip your whole freaking bedside off. That's being a little bit, you know, exaggerating a little bit, but it's happened, right? Like I say, this isn't my first rodeo, so all these little things that I do are for a reason, right? They're not just like, oh, I'm not doing fender trimming just to fucking look cool. But anyways, so that one turned out awesome. It's great. It rides better than it did from the factory, hands down. Like with the Bilstein 5100s and the Toyota Racing Development leaf springs and those upgraded springs and stuff, it rides probably at least 2 to 3 times better than it did from the factory with Toyota, hands down. That's not even an argument. So anyways, with that being said, Toyota's done, that one's out the door. This has been keeping me busy for the last month, right? Like, so it's been hard to, you know, keep up with that and, you know, getting all the shots and stuff like that. I'm not gonna be spending a bunch of time doing a full build on a 2013 Tacoma when there's probably 15 other builds on YouTube of that, right? So I'm not gonna I don't like putting out content that other people have, right? So I find it's too repetitive. So anyways, so on to the next project was 2013 6.7 Cummins, as you guys specialize in Cummins. A lot of people don't know this because it's just mostly friends and family, but this is for a client. You know, I've owned Cummins since I was 17 years old, so I know where this one came in with a bad transmission. I'm not going to say this just because it's the guy that I deal with, but I know where the best 68 RFE 6.7 Cummins transmission is in Western Canada, hands down. And that's not being cocky. That's not saying that because Mike is my friend. I'm saying that because it's a fact. It's a fact. Not only that, Mike also has the fastest 8-mile car in Western Canada, Pro Mod car. So I mean, he builds all the transmissions himself, in-house himself. That says something about his business. He's the one doing the work. It's not somebody below him. It's not one of his workers. That is the reason why I trust him. That is the reason why I do call him the best transmission builder in Western Canada, for his builds and for what he does. He had put a fully billet internal 4L60E behind the Jeep, and that thing has been nothing but stout. I never seen over 160 degrees on that thing. But anyways, this 6.7 Cummins, I'm basically consulting the job, getting the job done for a friend, taking a fraction of the cost, and you know what, a little bit of money here. Yeah, people want the best of the best. When they want that, then, well, I'm gonna deliver and get that to you, along with the warranty and standing behind this product. So this 68 RFE and the 6.7 Cummins here, billet internal, billet input shaft, billet output shaft, billet planetaries, Sonex 5th and 6th drum. That's more contact pattern, and there's more contact there. It has things drilled out to accommodate higher line pressure mechanically, not electronically. You don't need putting a transmission tune in a vehicle. That's not the right way to tune a transmission. I'm sorry. But I mean, you can do that, it's fine, but that's not the proper way to do it. I won't even go there. So anyways, this transmission can accommodate higher line pressure mechanically, not electronically. So it has the upgraded internals, you know, the billet input, billet output as mentioned, and upgraded torque converter. So all those things put together. Oh, and along with a deep dish pan and a high flow block. So we ditched that ugly regulator stock Cummins Dodge block that they put in there. Those things are junk. They only flow, they actually regulate down to like a pee hole, like small, maybe not that small, but anyways, these bad boys updated this big billet internal, or this big billet block, circulates it as if you had 6 AN lines running to and from your transmission to your transmission cooler. So it just circulates it. There's no regulating. There's, you know, those blocks for those transmissions, they regulate your temperature too, right? So to get to a certain temperature. I mean, yeah, they're good when it's in -40, -50, but other than that, when you're towing or when you have 38-inch tires with 15 wide rims, you know, 22-inch 15 wide rims and 10-inch lift, towing, stuff like that, you want to have a cool transmission, because the trick to it with transmissions is you want to have a cool transmission for the longevity of the fluid and the life of the transmission. Anytime your transmission gets hot, it's not good for it. So it's not good for anything. You want your transmission to always run below 200 degrees. I'm sorry, that's just my rule of thumb anyway. So I mean, thank you, Mike at Extreme, building me yet another billet internal Extreme heavy hauler 68 RFE. So if you guys want a transmission, or get in contact with me, a 68 RFE if your transmission's going. He does 5.9 transmissions too. He does full builds on 4L80Es. He does any kind of transmission. This guy, like, he is the best of the best. I'm sorry. I mean, I'll talk him up, but I mean, that is one thing that I'll leave to the professionals. That is one thing I'll leave to Mike, is transmissions. Because, I mean, he stands by his product and they're number one. So, enough of a rant for today. I know a little bit different content this time, but you know what? I'll end it off with a montage of the 6.7 Cummins here on the 10-inch lift and the 22s and 15 wides. Super cool truck, super neat, something different, and you know, big 6.7 guy myself. So stay tuned for more great content, and I'll show you guys the 6.7 Cummins here, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and within the next couple weeks, I'm going to be looking at a couple different projects. One being a 68 C10 and the other one being a 65 C10. What I put in them, maybe possibly an LT4 crate motor. Big and bad. So with that, you know, Bear Jackson really opened my eyes to, you know, like, I'm sorry, like, LSs aren't dead. There's a time and a place for them, but as far as, you know, like Bear Jackson quality and stuff like that, you know, everybody's moving towards the LTs and the LT4s. So that's just being honest. So I guess I love me a good LS engine. They're awesome and all that good stuff, but LT4 superchargers, crate motors is where it's at. I'm sorry. So I mean, you can go ahead, chirp me, whatever. I really don't care. That's what are bringing in the big money. So you know what? I don't care about anything else besides trying to make money. So that'll probably be my next conversion. You're gonna have to stay tuned in the upcoming videos. And like I say, as always, I guess thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more great content. I'll be posting shorts regularly, almost every day. And yeah, thanks again. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like, share. Stay tuned for more great content. See ya.